Hello, internets! This is Jamai from Sauropod Studio. So today we decided that we should create a video demonstrating the new gameplay mechanics we've shown in our trailer. Since things were going by pretty fast, we thought that taking time to explain what was going on could be nice. So let's get started. So this is what we call the cinematic island. It's designed to be, big and impressive with interesting gameplay areas and tall mountains and stuff like that. But it also has a pretty large castle on it. And this castle was designed to be a perfect example of the kind of castle you would build in Castle Story. So, for example, there's this bridge right here, which initially served no other purpose than to look cool. But then we added a mine right here, and it became a really nice shortcut for workers to have access to the stockpile area. And then there's the tower in the middle. It happens to be the tallest spot in the entire castle, so it's really nice to put archers on it because you have a longer range and you can see much further. And then there's this platform right here on which we built a catapult. Notice that it's filled with earth. Right now the player doesn't really have the ability to fill areas with earth, but we think it's a really nice idea because it gives players more control over the way they build their castle. And then we have a gate right here, which would have been much easier to defend if it had doors. But in the meantime, it's really wide, so a lot of people can go in and out easily. But unfortunately, the monsters can do the same. So finally, we have this lookout tower on the outside, which served no other purpose than to be blown up. We decided that we needed to blow up something by throwing an explosive barrel, but since the monsters don't have catapults and we didn't want Brictrons to fight each other, we thought the only solution was that the Brictrons would throw an explosive barrel on a part of their own castle. So we designed a tower that could be easily captured. So it's got flimsy doors on the bottom and a bridge so that the monsters can go in easily. And it's in a perfect trajectory to be blown up by the catapult. Oh, I almost forgot to talk about the torches. You might have noticed that there's little yellow things on the walls. And if you looked at our trailer, you might have noticed that these are torches. Right now they don't do anything because it's not dark. But if I open the debug menu and change the time of the day, they will eventually light up, and as you can see, it totally changes the ambience of the game, and it kind of looks nice. And you might also have noticed that they're not really on fire. They're made of crystals, and there's a lot of crystals lying around in the game, and these specific crystals, the orange one, they emit light when it's dark, so it's really nice to make torches out of it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the castle. I'll pass my mic to Benoit so he can talk about construction mechanics.
Hi guys, how's it going? So for those of you who haven't seen the January video, I've prepared a small construction demo for you here. So let's say I want to build myself a small outpost here outside the castle. I start by placing a couple of phantom blocks, which are not actual blocks. They're just there as markers to tell me where my construction will be once it's started constructing. So there's a variety of blocks I can place there, and I can also correct mistakes if I misplaced a block or stuff like that. You can see there's a half block, there's a full block, there's arch blocks. There's also a variety of other blocks, but we're not going to use them for this small outpost. Anyway, I'm getting close to something satisfactory here. So once we have a construction that's decent, we start designing a mining area, which is going to be used for gathering resources. So here it's shown in yellow, and there's a small icon. We spawn a Brictron and we click on the icon. That means that the Brictron can now start focusing on mining there. Next up, we want to put a couple of stockpiles, which is going to transform into crates and eventually into stone blocks, as you will see very soon. Anyway, once the mining is started, it gets going automatically. The Brictrons are handling it by themselves, so you don't have to worry too much about that. The only thing the player has to decide is how many Brictrons should be in the mine, and also where to put the stockpiles in correspondence with the mine, so as to get an efficient workflow. You can see that the terrain is dynamically deformed here, and also there will be a small staircase automatically put there by the Brictrons, just so that everything flows automatically. So I've added a Brictron to start the construction once the stone blocks are ready. Look for it. There it is. So now we have actual bricks to start the building. Our constructor Brictron will now select a phantom block and replace it with an actual block. He can now walk over the actual blocks and start building more blocks and eventually complete his construction. Here we chose to have 2 miners for 1 builder. That's generally a good ratio for construction in a place like this one. Finally, we have a radial menu for you here, which is a tool for quick access with different blocks that you can build with. As you can see, it's really super fast. You can just slide your mouse in the general direction you want to pick and get on with your construction. It's usually very good to browse through a number of different constructions and alternate between different tasks as you go. So I'm now going to pass the mic to Francois, who's going to talk to you about units and different combat mechanics.
Hey there! So, we just moved on the island. I'll show you that we have the castle right there, and this is a little construction we just made. But now we went on the top of the mountain because I need some space to show you the characters. So, the first character I will show you is the worker. So this is our basic Brictron, like you saw earlier. He's the one who will be building, mining, cutting down trees, and doing basically all the hard work. He has a hammer, but he could have a pickaxe or an axe, depending on his job. The next one is the warrior. So this is our little fighter. He's the basic melee unit. He's the one guarding the doors and fighting the enemies when they get in, or when you're out and you need to protect your characters. So that's it for the warrior. And this is the archer. So I'll just explain to you how our system works. It's not a system with classes, it's a system with items and tools. So the archer has a bow and a quiver, but if we give that to the worker, he becomes an archer basically. And if we give him a sword, he becomes a warrior. So the tools he uses defines his tasks and his abilities. Now our warrior has all his equipment. He has his helmet and his shield, but he could have just a sword or just a shield, but no helmet. Or we could have given him the helmet of the archer, or any helmet we want. So basically, it's for protection. I will remove them because I'll show you the enemies now. Okay, so this is our basic bad guy. We call him the Corruptron. He is some sort of more primal and evil version of the Brictron, and he's the one you'll be fighting throughout the game. So he's living on the islands, and he's attacking you on a regular basis. He's kind of your equivalent in strength too, but you have to be a little clever to avoid him and fight him with your units. For now he's the first and only complete enemy we have, but for the video we made him a big brother right here. He's a little stupid and incomplete, but we will revise him and make him a little better. So his design may change a little during the development, but for now he's some sort of mini boss, and he's much bigger, much stronger, but much slower. So that's it for the enemies. So now I'll be showing you some fighting demonstration. Back to our castle and the little outpost from earlier. So now I'll show you the first fighting mechanics. So I'll just summon up a warrior, and I will ask him to stand his ground, so he won't be moving and he'll be attacked directly by the Corruptron. So there it is. They're basically exchanging hits, blocking each other's, and eventually killing each other's. So now the Corruptron wins. That's pretty unlikely, but it will be a nice occasion for me to show you the archer, who's gonna finish the job. So, there you go. Back! So the archer is pretty straightforward. It's a one-shot kill, but basically he misses often when the characters are moving, and eventually the type of bows and arrows you'll be using may differ the number of damage they'll be doing. So almost every time the archer is in good range, he has the opportunity to kill his enemy before he comes to him. But if we make him fight a closer enemy, he's gonna be killed very easily. As you can see, he can't really defend against a close enemy, and he can't really shoot at point blank. So that's for the basic enemies. And the Corruptron can't enter the castles directly if they have doors. He has to bash them open first. So to show that, I will put a little character on the top, and you'll see how it works. So there you go. So you see he's trying to bash the door open. He breaks in, goes all the way up, and strikes the poor character. So that's it. This is our first basic mechanics of fighting, and that concludes our little demonstration for today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. By the way, we're in the middle of a Kickstarter campaign, so if you want to help or see what it's like, you can just follow the links. And if you have any question, you can go on our website or just email us and we'll be happy to answer. So thank you for watching, and bye bye.